Hey, hi, Chef Dan Catano here at MealPro, culinary arts instructor. So this is my version of a Cioppino sauce, of a Cioppino stew or sauce. So I'm gonna first add my mother sauce with tomato inside, right? About half the jar. And then I'm gonna take my broth that I have here, fish broth. I'm just gonna add it to it. You know, I put in the stock, right, in there. And then I'm going to put like a half a cup of white wine. And then I'm going to add some of my fresh chopped herbs. So this is oregano, basil, a little bit of thyme, and some rosemary. I just chopped it up in there. I'm going to add that into my Cioppino broth. Okay, so then at this point what I'm going to do is I have all my seafood here. What do I have? I have shrimp. I have diced calamari, right? I have some lobster here. I have some shrimp, okay, and some bay scallops, sea scallops. And I'm just going to add those right into my broth. Okay? Squeeze of lemon. A tablespoon of like my Mrs. Dash seasoning, which is a salt substitute. I want to cut back on my salts for the health reasons, okay? So then I'm just going to let that just sit and simmer in there. So I'm going to just tell by looking at it to take about maybe 5 minutes or so for it to cook and come to a boil and simmer. It's not going to take long at all. Real fast it's going to cook. And it's starting to simmer, which is good. So I have an arrowroot here. Remember what I told you? Don't just use water when you do a slurry, right? Use some wine, okay? Use some wine in your slurry to make your slurry. Okay? And then I'm just going to stir that around. My arrowroot. And this is going to make it hearty, make your Cioppino hearty. It's going to thicken it up just a little bit. You're only going to add like maybe a good tablespoon of it in there. Okay, so I'm just going to just add it around, tighten that up a little bit. And it's just about ready. It's almost ready because the shrimp cooks real fast. Your scallops cook real super fast. So my goodness, it just smells absolutely delicious. I wish you could smell it through the camera here. It's so good. All right, so at that point, I'm just going to turn it off because you know what? It's done. And you remember the butter, compound butter I have? Well, I like to put a good disc or a little cut of that butter right in my Cioppino. And I just stir it around. Make sure that it melts. And you want to do it when it's not boiling because you don't want it to break, your butter to break on you. And then at this point, you're going to take our plate with the San Francisco sourdough bread that was toasted. Put it right in my bowl. I have some shrimp in there. I have some calamari in there. I have some scallop in there, sea scallops right inside. And then you're going to put just a little touch of like your fresh chopped herbs over top of that. And if you wanted to put some Reggiano Parmigiano at the top, you could do that as well. But look at how beautiful that is. A nice bowl of Cioppino. Okay, if you like this video, click like on it and click the subscribe to us. And I'll be doing some more shows and finger looking good. Ciao.